Because modern workflows are flexible and dynamic and moving towards automation and AI tooling, you need secrets at runtime without storing plain text on disk. And you need teams to be able to share these secrets safely and with the least privilege. Today, we are adding secure read-only access to environment variables for the 1Password CLI, for commands and runtime injection, for the 1Password SDKs, when you need an environment variable directly in code, and now through service accounts in CI/CD automation and remote workflows. Let's take a look at this in action. In this demo, we're going to be reading environment variables across different stages of development from the same source, a 1Password environment. For this, we'll be using the 1Password CLI. This environment contains a few variables, including display text, which is just simple text that I provide to a node server at runtime. Here we have a simple script that helps my node server run. I have wrapped the node command with the 1Password CLI command oprun. Here we see the new oprun flag called environment. We pass an environment ID to the 1Password CLI that then fetches the contents of this environment, and then it passes the information over to the node server to be used as needed. Now we're going to go ahead and start our server. Now the end user is presented with an authentication screen that they can use to grant access to the 1Password environment. The user authenticates the request, and then 1Password makes the information available to the node server. And now the script continues and has access to the variables in the 1Password environment. Great. So now we're going to go over to a headless server that does not have the 1Password desktop application installed. This server only has the 1Password CLI, and it has been configured with a service account token. On this server, I have checked out the same code, and you're going to see that it is the exact same command from the development environment. But this time, the CLI is using a service account token instead of the local user authentication flow. But first, let's go ahead and change the value of display text from our 1Password environment. We're going to click Save, and so now when I run this command on the staging machine, the server is able to access the variables defined in that 1Password environment, and with that, our server now reflects the change that we made in the 1Password environment, and our development machines are now in sync. Simply put, you can now use 1Password environments in many more workflows involved in the development and production process. You reduce credential exposure by pulling secrets only at runtime. You avoid plain text keys ever being committed to disk or even copied between tools. You can keep team workflows secure, reproducible, and easy to onboard. This feature is available for the 1Password CLI and SDKs. Learn more over at developer.1password.com. Share your feedback in the 1Password developer community. And as always, happy coding.